to the Drew Coaching Podcast, Season 1, Episode 10. This week's show is titled Clarify Intent. We're growing together by clearly stating our desired outcomes. Drew Coaching is a community of leaders and creatives who are shaping the future. My name is Eric Drew, and here on the podcast, we have a new focus for growth each week. I am super passionate about raising up new generations of leaders. So each week, we have a boost for our leadership, creativity, and impact in 10 minutes or less. We go deeper with a one-page coaching focus of the week. You can download that for free on drewcoaching.online. Then I hope you follow along on social media for community, for encouragement, and for some questions as we practice these skills together. And I'd really appreciate it if you would share this with other team members or young leaders so that we continue to invest and raise up new generations of leaders. So our coaching focus for this week is clearly state desired outcomes. If you're new to the podcast, Season 1 has been all about growing in 3 key areas to shape the future: leadership, creativity, and impact. I encourage you to listen back to segments about leadership and creativity. And starting this week and for the next 5 weeks, we're diving into skills and practices to ensure a positive impact of your leadership and creativity. One of my favorite coaching questions to ask myself and others is, what is a win? What I find is that, well, people have some idea of what they're working and leading towards. For many, it's hard to get specific and clear. Defining the desired outcomes and checking in on them regularly is one of the most important things we can do as leaders and creatives. We do this work for ourselves and for others. So as you're working on clearly stating desired outcomes this week, I want you to keep 3 thoughts in mind. First, know that clarity creates focus. One of the biggest challenges I find for leaders is that their vision isn't clear enough. Many of us are good at having grand dreams and visions, but impact doesn't come until we get very, very clear and specific. What exactly is your desired outcome? What are the changes you will see? Be as specific as possible. Define the exact outcomes that define the win. Then stop doing things that aren't directly related to success. Let the clarity of your vision create focus for your work. Next, I want you to know that being clear is thoughtful and kind to others. It was Brené Brown that said that clear is kind. If you're not wildly clear about what you are leading and creating toward, people will be confused or worse. I love the adage to do all the good that you can, but if you're not specific and clear about what you're hoping to achieve, you will not serve people well. Being unclear or unfocused is unkind, it's frustrating, it's confusing, and sometimes it's maybe even manipulative. Being wildly clear about your win doesn't just help you to focus. It allows others to engage and join you to be a part of the change that you're creating. Yes, I want you to be clear to create focus for you, but I also want you to know that your clarity is kind, honoring, and helps others engage. With that, I want you to know that with clarity, you reach and impact more people. Marcus Buckingham's book, The One Thing, documents one of many, many studies about the impact of clarity. Back in the early 2000s, when Best Buy was growing like crazy, they had one individual in mind when they designed their stores. They didn't do their design work to appeal to everyone. They did their store layout, their branding, all of the design of everything you would encounter at a Best Buy to appeal to a working mother with 2 children. This one individual they had in mind guided all their design. Now, my generation bought a ton of electronics from Best Buy, and I've never been a working mother of 2. But this and many other studies point to the same thing. When you're wildly clear about your audience and your desired outcome, you will reach and impact more people. Clarity does not limit or decrease your audience. Because you're clear, people will understand better, the right people will engage and share, and you will impact more people. This week, I want you to practice clearly stating the desired outcomes. Continually ask and define, what is a win? Remember, we do this for ourselves to create focus. We do this for others to be kind and engaging, and as we do this, we will actually reach more people. By the way, I want to encourage you to do this even if you already started whatever you're working on. You can do this regularly. Don't just clarify intent once or twice at the outset of a project or a dream. You can always be clarifying your intent. Here are a few application actions as we practice this week. First, I want you to take the time to write down with words exactly what is a win for the project you're working on. Next, I want you to ask yourself and others, is this clear? Understandable? Could I be more specific? Finally, I want you to practice speaking clearly and concisely about what you are leading or creating. And here's where I'm going to practice. Drew Coaching is a community of leaders and creatives who are shaping the future. I am wildly passionate about raising up new generations of leaders. Thank you for joining us. Because you have, would you be willing to share with a growing leader around you? I would love for us to invest in their leadership as well. And then here's what I love to say last, friends. You are a leader and a creative. The world needs your voice. So practice clarifying your intent this week. While you're at it, I hope you continue to raise up others to bring hope to life, and that you know that we're in this together.